Well, freedom camping, living boondocking, as they say in America, and I'm going to show you where one of my favorite spots for freedom camping is. And I have several spots like this. Over here, amongst those trees, is not where I'm camping tonight. Behind this boatyard, I used to camp behind this boatyard, but now that the long days of summer have come to to New Zealand, the boatyard, they start actually opening up before 7 o'clock, so I don't like to be in a place where it's too noisy. There's a big warehouse for car tires. I like camping here, especially on the weekend. I don't even know if you can see my car from there. This was thick grass. If you walk through here in this grass here, it is marshland, really. But I've come here about half a dozen times. So I've made my own little road here. I walked across here. I don't get why people want a freedom camp in a place which annoys local people. Why, you wouldn't freedom camp outside the White House if you could. You wouldn't freedom camp outside Buckingham Palace. Why do it in New Zealand? I don't park this close to this warehouse during the week because they get their forklift out at 6:30 in the morning and go beep, 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 beep. I forgot which, I just drove, I haven't driven across here. I normally actually drive in this way. This is where I park on the weekend when the warehouse isn't open. There's my car. I'm going to have my car until maybe April, May next year, when I'm hoping to get a Japanese imported ambulance or a van. Where I like to freedom camp during the week is over in that far corner. I don't come here when it's been raining because this whole area is marshland. There are so many places like this around New Zealand, and it's nobody sees you. I got another place. I found another place just outside of Invercargill because next year I'm thinking of becoming a student in Invercargill, doing sports science. As I said, this is marshland. The other night I started slipping. The car started slipping on this ground. But this is where I like to camp. It is so incredibly quiet here. You hear the birds. There's a grassland birds nest in here, and they make a lot of noise, which is quite nice actually in the early morning, late at night. See, you can see the my fishing gear on top of the car. Look at all the lovely daisies, flowers. Lots of flowers out at the moment. Smell of, you can smell the grass flowers, not just the daisy flowers. Look at all. There's a running track across here and a river. I've been camping mainly down there, but the police came and woke me up one morning to see if I was okay, and they were extremely polite. And I asked somebody who worked for the city council, and they said that particular area, people, and I thought they were young lovers coming, but then I noticed it was just guys, or maybe they are young lovers. But I noticed that people come to consume their drugs there. So I think the police were coming to see if I was consuming drugs. That's what a friend said who was in the know. And a couple of days before that, there was a tragedy on the running track. A 75-year-old man had a heart attack, and so the police knew I was there. But this is New Zealand late at night, like up in Alaska, or not as bad as Alaska, northern Canada, the northern reaches of Alberta. It's 9 p.m. at night here, and it's still light. So here I am, back at my car. So, Freedom campers, I don't think you should go to the tourist spots. You're just causing grief for everybody. Go 2 kilometers from a tourist spot and you'll find somewhere quiet and private. About 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers that way, I've got another place. And it's so incredibly quiet. There's one at a fishing spot, which is near a bridge and a river. So when it's heavy rain or it snows sometimes. When it snows in this area, next year I've got to be there. If it's heavy frost, I'm going to be there. And the police do dog exercises here once a week, I noticed. At first I thought they were after somebody, but now I've noticed once a week they have dog units going up and down the track just on exercises. You don't have crime in Invercargill. There's my cocoon. I sleep better. Sorry, Tracy. I sleep better in the cocoon than I do in a bed because it's just so comfortable. Anyway, that's my night tonight, and I'll post some of my other camping spots. This is, by the way, gorse. It looks beautiful, but it's from Scotland. It's a terrible weed because it grows much better in New Zealand than it ever does in Scotland. But it's beautiful, but very prickly. The rabbits love it, well, what they can reach. Anyway, I'm Kiwionwing, Tom, whatever you want to call me. By the way, if you want to know what Kiwionwing is, Kiwis can't fly. But I've travelled for 36 years if you include New Zealand, and I fly a lot from country to country. And vanning, freedom camping, boondocking, van life. It is. I could have stayed in Amsterdam longer. I could have stayed in Tokyo longer. I could have stayed in London cheaper. It's a better way to do it. It's just a better way. Catch you later.